Okay, so this is a video I've never wanted to make, and it happened yesterday. Rob Lockhart, a friend of all of us in the fruitarian raw food community, Rob Lockhart. I've known Rob for he came to my first event in 2009 at my friend Clinton's farm up in Mariba, 2009. So I knew Rob for about 10 years. I actually created Rob's Facebook account at a party he came to that me and Freely had in 2010 in Stafford, Brisbane. He came. I was like, "You get on Facebook?" And and he's like, "What? What's Facebook?" And I'm like, "I start your account up." So I started his Facebook account up, got him online, online dating scene, etc. And back in 2009, me and Freely and a few of us stayed at Rob's paradise farm he used to have before he got divorced and lost it. But he had a fantastic farm up near Port Douglas there, some of the best fruit in the world, incredible World Heritage stream. And we stayed there for about a week. And I was showing Rob how to use the internet. I said, "Yeah, you should share your experiences." He was a long-term chiropractor, etc. And so help Rob get online, get on the Facebook, and he in turn, he gave us some incredible fruit and some fantastic experiences there. So that was fantastic. So you might have seen some of the videos from December 2009 were filmed at Rob's farm there in just off Port Douglas there. It is surreal to make this video. It's unfortunate, and I didn't want to make it, but I have to say something about the dangers of dry fasting. Rob was a very, very healthy guy. He was climbing coconut trees, extremely lucid, but he would be into this anorexic habit of intermittent fasting and dry fasting. And it's clear as day for anyone who's got experience in anorexia or whatever that Rob was suffering from anorexia, which a lot of raw food people do. They get into breatharianism or dry fasting, and they're already super skinny. And they're intermittent fasting, and they're already eating a really pure, clean diet of just fruit and it's coconut water. And then they think water's really toxic and dangerous. So it becomes this, and I've seen it a lot. And I know people don't like these sort of videos that I make, but this is the truth. And I'm doing this out of respect for Rob, because he was a person who always wanted to help people. But unfortunately, he fell into a trap of this dry fasting, anorexia, calorie restriction, crazy stuff. He even said one time, the less food you eat, the longer you live. That if that's not an anorexic statement, then what is? And there's people out there in the comments, "Oh, that's true, that's true." And you see guys out there, there's a guy out there called Raw Bliss. I met him in Philippines last year, and I said, "Dude, you're gonna die." And now look at him. It could happen any day. So I make these videos. I don't like making these videos, but I make these videos out of a responsibility as an educator and as a community leader, someone who puts on events. And I introduced Rob to internet, social media, sort of the Woodstock Fruit Festival, things like that. Help that get those connections be made. And so it's my duty when people say, "Hey, what happened to Rob? Was it the fruit? Is fruitarianism bad?" No. Anorexia is bad. Dry fasting is bad, alright? Not drinking water so your kidneys shut down is very, very bad. And this is what happened to Rob. He was climbing coconut trees, and then he did a little dry fast. And when you dry fast, what happens is your kidneys, you basically dehydrate your body. There's some people out there, and it's Hilton Head Teamer, it's a few quacks online, and people like Rob sort of read this stuff and go, "Yeah, maybe it's alright." So then you dry fast, and you might sort of feel okay because your body's starting to kick in a flight or fight response, like adrenaline. Like adrenaline, it's like down the edge of a cliff. It's like, wow, it's a bit of an adrenaline spike here. That's not health, though. That's your body going, getting a bit of a flight or fight response. And so people can confuse that for vitality. But it's not vitality, it's fake vitality, it's adrenaline, it's cortisol, it's your body flipping out, freaking out. And so you get dehydrated, your blood plasma drops down, and all of a sudden your sodium and potassium levels start getting out of whack, your blood calcium levels start getting out of whack, because your kidneys can no longer regulate it, and your kidneys start to shut down. Every dry fast you do, you give your kidneys permanent kidney damage. Ask any kidney specialist out there, any kidney doctor, renal analysis, whatever you want to call them. Every time you get massively dehydrated, you damage your kidneys. Right? There's no room for debate here. You'll get some Space Cadet breatharian, Hilton Hotima, Jash Machine people out there going, "No, Harley, that's not true, man. Yeah, it's like love and light and like breatharianism." And this is how people die. Rob Lockhart is dead from a dry fast. How much truth do you need to wake up from such a stupid behaviour? I even said this to Rob. We had a little bit of a minor falling out. I said, Rob, what are you doing, man? This dry fasting shit's stupid, man. And I said that at Woodstock Fruit Festival, was it 2011, 2012, one of those years. I said it all the time. I'm like, what are you doing, man? This is stupid. I'd write messages on his Facebook wall, and he didn't like it, but I'm like, I'd rather be fucking honest with people than be friends with people. You know, if people are going to hate or dislike me telling the truth, then whatever. You know, whatever. Because I'd rather be that person and say, hey, this is getting too dangerous now. We should start using fucking common sense, guys. And people go, durianrider Harley, what are you doing, man? You're just a hater. I'm cool to be that guy. Put my hand up. Guys, this is fucking stupid. What are we doing? What are you guys doing? Stop it. I'd rather have a zillion people say, hey, durianrider, you're a dickhead, whatever. Cool. I'm just saying, put my hand up. Guys, dry fasting, fucking stupid. Water fasting, fucking stupid. I've seen too many people die. Too many people with kidney issues, permanent kidney damage, faces like chipmunks later on. People going to mental institutions. And I've been at water fast retreats. And that's why I'm against them, because of what I've seen and seen afterwards, alright? There's very, very few people in the world who can really water fast and not do some sort of damage. And even then, why not just eat healthy and live healthy? What's wrong with healthy food and a healthy lifestyle? Why do we have to force the body against its will, focusing on ego? I want to lose weight. Let's be honest, this isn't really about health. This is all about weight loss. Right? This is anorexia hidden in the raw food or vegan or vegetarian or natural hygiene world, whatever it is. All right? When you're that skinny and you're trying to eat purer and purer and purer and get smaller and smaller and smaller, that is anorexia. And you can disagree with me, but you're still going to be wrong. All right? And people die from this. It's a mental health situation. Right? And so this is just the real talk about the situation. And you see it again and again. You know? I had a friend who died in 2009, a housemate. Her name was Veronique. And she did a water fast. And she would try and do raw food, undereat the fruit, eat lots of greens and lots of healthy fats, and then go and eat meat and whatever, pasta and stuff like that, and then feel a bit sick, and then have to do a fast to cleanse it, and colonics and enemas. And I'm like, V, why not just eat enough fruit or eat enough rice? She said, no, too much carbs is bad. And she was a lovely lady. She was amazing. Me and Freely used to live with her. And she was like she had one of the best gardens ever in terms of green vegetables in a small lot in her backyard. She's a lovely lady. And we were in Thailand in July 2009. We left for winter, and we were in Thailand, and V did a water fast. She felt a bit sick from eating some meat, some food poisoning, and she thought, oh, we should do a fast. And I said, don't do that. That's bad. You're at home by yourself, you know. And eventually she stopped drinking the water because she got a bit of a psychosis. People get into water fast and go a little bit intense. And if you've got no one around there just saying, hey, drink water, boom, 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 then you can easily get into psychosis. And that's what happened to V. She stopped drinking water. Someone around there checking on her. She was unconscious. Took her to hospital. Kidneys shut down. And unfortunately, she passed away. What happens is you die from heart attack. You know, when your kidneys shut down, the next stage is your heart fails because your sodium and potassium levels are just out of whack. To get too low, too high, etc. Your heart can't contract properly. So you die of a heart attack, and your heart basically stops beating. So it's just, you know, and so I have these examples in my head. I see it in real life, and then I go on Instagram or make a post, and you have these noobs who say, no, you're wrong, durianrider. You've just got an axe to grind against dry fasting. I do have an axe to grind, and I ain't wrong. People are dying. Robert's dead. My friend V's died. Many other people, a few other people have died this year from dry fasting. One guy in Africa trying to dry fast out malaria. Got mad, dehydrated, and died. People say, well, maybe he wasn't spiritual enough. If you jump off a 3-story building and break your legs, that's not because you had weak bones. If you go do a dry fast and fuck your kidneys, that's not because you had weak kidneys. It's because you're jumping off a building. It's because you're doing a dry fast. People are like, oh, but Rob maybe had some illness beforehand. I wouldn't do a dry fast. And I'm fit as fuck. There'd be no one out there I'd put on a dry fast, man. That's just the dumbest. That's like dumber than the carnivore, dumber than the keto, dumber than anything. There's nothing more dumb than doing a dry fast. Right? There's nothing more dumb. That is the dumbest of the dumb nutritional things to do, because it's so dangerous and it's so costly. Best case scenario, you have kidney damage, permanent renal damage for life. People won't even know that, but if they check their GFR, they just don't even know what GFR means, or and they'll be probably like stage 3, CKD, chronic kidney disease. And it'll be like stage 3 or 4. They won't even notice it because they don't get the blood stick. They don't even know what their creatinine levels are, their albumin, or the albumin creatinine ratio. They don't even know. They have a clue what these things are. I'm in the natural hygiene. I don't believe in doctors. And actually, when my leg's broken, I'll go to hospital. I knew a guy. His name was Luke. He was fruitarian for a bit, and then underate on that. Did intermittent fasting. Went to full raw meat diet. Went bonkers, and nice guy otherwise. But he was in a coconut tree, climbing coconuts up in Port Douglas. It all happens up in North Queensland. And Luke was in the coconut tree, climbed up, was undercarbed, spaced out, fell out of the tree, smashed his ankle on a rock at the bottom of the tree, the coconut palm, and was in immense pain. And it was a very isolated place. And so they had to get a helicopter in to escort him out. He didn't want to get in the helicopter because it was man-made. They put him in the helicopter, right? Put him in basically a straitjacket and flight him out there. Took him to the base camp hospital there in Cairns. And he's like, well, I don't want surgery. And the surgeon's like, dude, your ankle is shattered. It's shattered like a glass. We need to do surgery or we have to amputate your leg. And he's like, okay, do surgery, but no pins. And they're like, we need to put pins in your ankle. And we need to give you drugs, anesthesia, and painkillers. No drugs, no anesthesia. And they're like, bro, we've got a freaking hacksaw and an angle grinder. We're going to be cutting you open. We need to give you painkillers. And they basically just jabbed him, right? And some people will be like, whoa, man, that's heavy. Like, you can't do that. He's got rights as a human, man. He's a sovereign identity. You can't just inject anesthesia into someone, man. Whoa, heavy, bro. You know what I mean? These dumb fucks out there. Dumb fuck noobs who have no idea. You know? Anyway, Luke's girlfriend fortunately put some fucking sense into him. He agreed with everything, and now he's good. Alright? Some titanium in his ankle. But this is the world we live in. And, it is just, oh man. But I just can't believe Rob Lockhart has passed away from a dry fast. This is totally all preventable. Totally preventable. I mean, accidents happen, and I get that, and that's just part of living life. But when you're taking such risks, and you didn't need to, and you die, you pay the ultimate price. It's so fucking frustrating, man. And, it's crazy. So literally, like, it's fucking, it's surreal. It doesn't even feel like it's even happened. It feels like I'm living in some sort of dream right now. But that's the deal. And you'll have people out there, there's these space cadets. He was sick first. He did a dry... No. Dry fasting makes you sick. Dry fasting destroys your kidneys. The body's made of 60, 70, 80% water. We're going to quote. When you dehydrate yourself, you drop your GFR down to like 15. When your GFR is 15 or 20 or 30, even 50, you have at least stage 2, 3 or stage 4 CKD, chronic kidney disease, which you might not even know if you break the fast, and you'll be like, I'm good again. But you'll know that you're anemic, and you know your thyroid's pretty tanked, and you'll be like, oh. And that's why people who dry fast have no fucking energy afterwards for months. And like real energy, like actually be able to do something sporting or physical, other than, downward dog yoga positions, salute to the sun, like real physical form, and compared to what they normally could do. And so they have this kidney damage, they won't even know, because they don't do blood tests, do they? They don't believe in doctors. And most doctors out there, I get it, the big pharma, all that stuff, but there's a time and place for doctors and surgery, and for ER wards, etc. There's a time and place, for sure. So what people do is they go to extremes. They're like, oh, you're a doctor, this is big pharma, this is a hospital, this is bad. You know, they throw the baby out the bathwater. This is all bad. You know, it's crazy. It's basically like having a king cobra in your bed. Okay, that's a cause for concern. But then you might have a legless lizard in your bed. It doesn't deserve the same paranoia and treatment and care and fear as the king cobra does it. It's a legless lizard. It's harmless. But some people out there are like, oh my God. Some people die because they have a spider in their car, a hunts on the windscreen, and then they let go of the steering wheel and just like crash and kill themselves or kill other people. This happens, you know. The spider's fine, just keep driving. You know, people do this stupid, irrational shit. Dry fasting, it damages your kidneys. I'll say it again, it damages your kidneys. Hopefully you don't die from a heart attack. But if your kidneys go down to, if your GFR is down to 15, then you're going to have heart failure, all right? And so, and this happens really quickly. Like you basically go from ideal of 90 GFR down to 80 to 70 to 60, 50, 40. You might not even feel much, maybe a bit of heat stroke symptoms, and then it drops right down to 15, 20. And then once you're there, you're not coming back. You're not coming back unless you're the God of miracles has happened. You're not coming back. So you can damage your kidneys, go to stage 1, normal, stage 2, stage 3, CKDs, and then you got to do your 7th dry fast. But you're already at 30, and now you got to go down to 15, and it's time to check off the planet. And this is what happened to Rob. So the kidneys are an incredibly strong thing, and you won't notice much impairment, you know, if you're the average person, until it is too late. You know, same with heat stroke. I've had people vomiting, and I basically just grabbed them off the bike and just physically dragged them to a hose, garden hose in the shade, hosing them down, and saying, we're not going anywhere now, this is done, you know. And this is why I'm so militant and disciplined now with people that I train and coach. If they don't eat or drink enough water, I'm like, well, this is the end of today. We're not going any further until you eat this and drink that. And it doesn't matter how long it takes or whatever. And even if you use physical force, it's just, I don't know. When you don't eat enough and drink enough, you go into psychosis. And the last time I saw Rob, I could tell he was, you know, entering into a psychosis. He was in the Philippines, and he didn't want to talk to me. And I didn't push it, but it's like, you know, I already pushed it enough with Rob. He knew what I believed in, and short of physically restraining him and pinning him down, you know, and giving him some B12 injections or making him drink some water or, you know, have some sweet fruit or whatever,